So you've heard all about onigiri or rice balls in Japan, but today I'm here to give you the top 10 Japanese recommendations as well as what I think you should try when you visit Japan. I have a bunch to eat today and I'm really excited. I'm actually here at the beach today, but you don't get to see it. It is behind me. Here is cameraman Tape, and here is all of our rice balls. So everything I've chosen is from 7-Eleven, and I'm gonna give you the Japanese popularity ranking first. And at the end of all of this, I'm going to tell you what I think is the best order, which is obviously the objectively right answer. So let's start with the Japanese number 1, and that is tuna mayonnaise. Tuna mayonnaise is a popular choice. You can probably guess what's in it. Tuna and mayo. And you might not know when you get these rice balls, if you haven't gotten one before, they come with the seaweed or the nori wrapped around it in a protective cover. So you have a technique to take it off, where you start with number 1, where you pull this down. It's hard for me to do at this angle. And then you'll have 2 and 3 on the sides here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull those apart, obviously not holding onto the seaweed. So hard to do from this angle, but basically it'll pull the plastic out from where your seaweed is. I did a horrible job of this. All right, so when you're done, you have a beautifully wrapped onigiri with fresh nori. It's gonna be crispy. Let's go into it. This is such a classic because the tuna is like salty and the mayo is so creamy. So you get a really decadent bite when you bite into it. I would really recommend this to anyone. There's a reason it's number 1 here. Children love it, adults love it. You will love it, probably. So you can see, of course, all the good stuff is down at the bottom. All right, I'm gonna give this over. Please eat this. Please watch him eat, because you guys always are like, how did she eat all of that by herself? And I swear to God, I didn't eat it all by myself. I have assistants here. Thank you, assistants. Yes. I wish you guys could see this view more, but I was really backlit, so I get to sit on the side and look at it. Next up is Chucket, or grilled salmon. So this is also a classic. When I first came here, this was my go-to. And let me open it up for you. I've opened a few onigiri in my time, if you couldn't tell. All right. Looks the same. It's always a mystery. I want to bite into it from the side, but it feels weird. So it's literally just a little piece of cooked salmon inside. This is a really safe choice if you aren't so sure about like sushi with raw fish, or if you aren't so sure about some of the more creative things I'm going to show you in this video. This is definitely a good option, whether that be for adults that want to play it safe, or if you want to give something to your kids. Most people will enjoy this as well. All right, Japanese people's third choice is something you guys might be a little scared of, and that is ume, or pickled plum. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It is a very sour plum that is, I don't know how to explain it better than just to show you the face that people make when they eat it. So let me try it. Wow, they're out jet skiing. That could be me, but I'm over here eating onigiri. When I was in Japan, this was a hard one for me to get used to eating, but it's really grown on me, like a mold, you know, where I like it, even though I'm still like, why am I eating this? All right, here we go. Out of the 3 that I've tried so far, for me now, this is the most addictive one. And the reason for that is this like pickled plum inside is so sour and just bitter enough that it really matches the sweetness of the rice. So it pairs perfectly together. Japanese people, like when you see bentos, oftentimes they'll even put a pickled plum on top of the rice. And that's not only to kind of keep it fresh, but just because Japanese people just love that match. It's also funny because when you see it, it sometimes looks like the Japanese flag. So maybe that's intentional as well. But I highly recommend trying a pickled plum while you're here. And if you like plum, you try this and you like it, also go for umeshu, which is plum wine, and really just have a full plum experience. This is so good. He's gonna want to eat this. Pickled plum, it gives you this face when you eat it. So Don't screenshot that. You look like a pickle plum when you eat the pickle plum. Next up is another one that took me a moment to get used to, but once I tried it and got over the fact that it's ugly looking, I really liked it. And that would be kombu, aka kelp in soy sauce. Now, I don't think you could think of anything that sounds less appealing than kelp in soy sauce. That sounds like something an almond mom would force you to eat on her special diet, but this is a trust me moment because I swear it's really good. You didn't like it as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I wasn't here as a kid. All right, here we go, and then I'll talk about it. I didn't put mascara on. I just realized that. You can see they're kind of thicker pieces of seaweed. It's not like the little seaweed you get in miso soup. That's called wakame. This is a thicker kombu, is what it's called. So it's very sweet, like quite shockingly sweet, I think, when you eat it, and salty, and it really, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I think if you like a seafoody flavor and you like something sweet, you will really like this, because this is pretty addictive once you eat it. I'm reluctant to give this to you. I'm gonna break this in half. You can see the, you can see it inside of here. This is pretty deserving of its of its rank. Here. You like it now, not as a child. Yeah. All right, next up is a crazy one. So this is Mentaiko. Mentaiko is spicy cod roe. So think of it as spicy, cheaper caviar, basically. You know, if you put caviar on there, it's more like enticing, right? You're like, ooh, okay, caviar is fancy. Caviar is just the same concept. It's just fish eggs. This is not something I go out of my way to eat all the time, but I do enjoy it. Oh, the nori is really sticky. Sometimes you get the nori and it's like stickier and it has a stronger smell to it. And it's ajitsuke nori, which just means it has like a flavor to it. So just kind of to enhance, it smells much sweeter. The other nori was very dry and just like crunchy, but this, I can already smell it from here. This is good. You know, I never get the 7-Eleven Mentaiko rice ball. Not because I don't like Mentaiko, I just don't get it. This is very mild. You can actually find Mentaiko that's way spicier than this. So basically, the pieces of the little fish eggs are so small that they have no texture. I mean, they're that tiny. But they have a very strong flavor. It's very like fishy. And they also put lots of spice in it, so it's got a really nice kick to it. So especially if you like something spicy, you should try this. I wouldn't give this to kids. I don't think they'd want this. But as an adult, honestly, I think it's really good. It's just something, if you hate seafood, don't eat it. Enjoy. Pan off into the ocean. This is a lake, by the way. Also, in case you guys are wondering where we are, this is Lake Biwa, which is in Shiga Prefecture. And it's just a really beautiful, massive lake that's really popular with Japanese people because a lot of it is a really nice place to sit by the water. And you can also do lots of like marine sports, things like that out here. Fishing, if you like fishing. It's really a beautiful place and it's so close to Kyoto. All right, next up, Shio Musubi, the one I've literally never bought. The southern comes out. The southern comes out. Okay, this is literally a salted rice ball is what it's called. And it is rice and it is salt. Yeah, you still get this sometimes, but mostly you get the other one that you're gonna recommend later. So this is not like groundbreaking, but sometimes you just want something simple. And I guess this is it for you. So let's go for it. It's salty, but not too salty. They really mastered, like, you taste the salt, but it doesn't feel like, you know, like when you eat like a too salty chip or something. Yeah, it's good. This is a good time for me to also tell you that a lot of the onigiri, you can have them microwaved at the convenience store. So I talked about this in my last video, but If you want them to microwave it for you, you can say atatame onegai shimasu, or you can just say please heat, and they'll probably get the point. But basically, a lot of rice balls are taken to the next level when they're heated up. So this is one of them, I would believe. Not that I've ever done it, but here you are, sir. Please enjoy. I'm gonna move on to the next one. That was one bite, bro. We have a local expert on rice balls with us today, and he's holding the camera. All right, next up, tied for number 7. And this is actually my mom's favorite. Shout out to her, although I think she usually gets a different convenience store brand, but this is the fancy salmon. So this is not your usual piece of salmon. And it even comes in a fancy little bag because you know it's not like the other girls. So let's open her up. This is definitely a microwave recommended rice ball. Ooh, you can smell the salmon. You can see like the oils on the rice. They said go big or go home with this one. All right. It's a little more expensive, but I think you get what you're paying for. All right, so you can see there's literally just a really big piece of cooked salmon in here. And I'm gonna bite into it now. It's a proper piece of fish in there. So compared to the first salmon one that I ate, that was more just like little flakes of salmon, while this is like an actual piece of cooked salmon inside. So red salmon, and it's salty because Japanese people always salt their salmon. This is, like I said, you should heat it up because when you heat it up, the salmon becomes really soft and buttery and rich, and it's something that you will want to eat like 27 of, like my mom has. Shout out to my mom.
Oh, you ate all
No, love
salmon.
Mom. I did. I ate.
Ah.
He's mad I ate the whole piece of salmon. Next up is a really yummy one, in my opinion, and that is Tamago Shyu, or egg yolk, soy sauce, and broth. Kind of a weird translation, but what is this? This is basically the rice ball version of TKG, but a little fancier. And if you're in on TKG, good for you. What is that? It means Tamago Kake Gohan, which is a very beloved rice dish that is super simple, and I forced my mom to watch me make this as a child, and she was confused. Basically, you have an egg, you crack it in a bowl, you mix it with some soy sauce, and you pour it over rice, and then you eat it. And that is it. And I know some of you are screaming right now, why would you eat a raw egg? I promise they're so good, and they're super safe, actually, and they will not hurt you in Japan. Or anywhere else, probably, for that matter, statistically speaking. But it's less likely to hurt you here, and Japanese people love raw egg. Yeah, I made it in my Wagyu guide. One of the best ways, in my opinion, to enjoy fancy beef here is to dip it in raw egg. That's what sukiyaki is, sukiyaki. So I really like this. This is also good. Heat it up a little bit. Here we go. Wow, do you think I like this? So it has super duper creamy egg inside, which is not like completely raw or anything. And it has a dashi broth flavor with it, which is like a little bit fishy. And then it has the saltiness of soy sauce, which just pairs perfectly with the rice. So it's like a very creamy, salty, but simple bite, if that makes any sense at all. And if I really want a good little treat, this is what I like to get. Have you had this one before? It's really good. All right. This is your first time eating it.
Huh.
This is how he eats all of the rice balls, like an animal. That's how the big muscles appeared.
Rice power.
Rice. Yeah. All right, get out of my video. Everyone's out there like paddle boarding and kayaking. I wish that were me. I'm gonna run out into the water at the end of this video. I don't have a change of clothes. All right, the next one in the list, they did not have at the store. So I'm gonna skip to Japanese number 10 ranking. And this is not precisely what it is, but it's close enough. And that is wakame. So wakame is the thinner seaweed. Wakame is like what's in miso soup. And it's got a very just gentle, oceany flavor to it. Sounds nasty. This is the kind of advanced version because I couldn't find the basic version, where this also has shiso and plum in it. Shiso is kind of like a bitter leaf, and then of course plum is pickled plum that I ate previously. Yeah. This actually sounds like something Japanese people over the age of 80 would fight each other to get, because it's like the healthy combo pack. Tape just told me how a popular way to serve rice when not just plain rice is with wakame mixed into it. So he said, like, at school, they would get excited when they got wakame rice because it was finally not just like the plain white rice. So that Japanese people actually probably secretly love this. This is so big. Okay, here it is. I've never had this. I went to 3 different 7-Elevens for this video, and none of them had wakame. So this is what I got. It tastes like when your mom makes us rice balls for breakfast. It tastes like something she would make us. Like, if you want to taste the Japanese household rice ball, this is it. This is really good. I think the combination of those 3 things is really nice. And if you come here and you get like Japanese breakfast and you really like the flavor profile of the traditional Japanese breakfast, that's a good choice for you right there. The last one on the Japanese popularity list is something I get very excited for, and that is Ebi Mayo. Ebi, what is Ebi? Shrimp and mayonnaise. I just call it Ebi now. I have a friend whose name sounds like Ebi, and my name sounds kind of like Ebi. This also has that like flavored nori. Also, if you literally hate seaweed, you can just like take the seaweed off. Like, you won't go to jail. I know some of you don't like seaweed, but it's worth trying it with the seaweed on it first. And what I'm saying applies to all rice balls. I see it. Now you can see it. Shrimp and mayonnaise. I'm a really big shrimp lover. Feels weird to say out loud. I love shrimp. So if you do love shrimp and you like shrimp with a creamy mayonnaise taste, you should try this. Japanese people will put mayonnaise on anything. And by the way, the mayonnaise here is kind of different than mayonnaise that you might have in other countries. They usually use Kewpie, and it's like creamier, eggier, creamier. I don't know. I've had people say like, I don't like mayonnaise, but when I came to Japan, I enjoyed mayonnaise stuff. American mayonnaise is just there to keep food from being dry. The last 3 are kind of special recommendations. They are technically on the list somewhere, but they're things that Tape or I particularly like. So first up, I apologize to everyone for this, but it is natto with soy sauce and bonito broth. This is good. And if you disagree with me, you are objectively wrong. Okay? And if you hate natto, get out of my comment section. I'm playing, but if you've never tried natto before, this is a good place to try it. You have to eat natto like 10 times before you love it back. Okay, yes, sir, what? So what he said is that when you have natto in America or somewhere outside of Japan, it has to get like frozen to go over there. So it really changes like the texture of the natto itself. It becomes like smaller, drier, sadder, not as good as when you get it here like fresh from the store. By the way, if you don't even know what natto is, if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, natto is fermented soybeans. And it's not a very beloved food outside of Japan, let's put it that way. So this one's weird, you open it differently. I tore it there. And then you have like a burrito bowl here, burrito thing. It's a burrito. All right. feels like an operation. So this one, whenever you get some of these long ones, they're like a threat to eat because when you bite into it, it will try to come out the other side. So just be aware of that. It's like as you would anticipate. But I'm gonna bite into it.
Yep.
I know people watching this are like, ew, I wouldn't eat that. Well, you should try it, okay? Culture yourself a little bit. Experience things. And if you hate it, that's fine. Bring it to me, I'll eat it. You will definitely need one of these wet wipes when you eat natto. It is famous for being very stringy, but I swear it's good. Next is one of Tape's top choices. His grandma used to make something quite a bit like this, and it's basically Taki Gohan, which is when you cook rice and you put like soy sauce, dashi, mirin, so just kind of sauces to give it some flavor. It's not just white rice, and then you put things like vegetables, chicken. So it's just like a mixed rice. And this is also really good heated up. Okay, what is it? Kayaku Gohan, or chicken and vegetables is how they summarize this in English. And this one's actually only available in the Kansai area. So you'll see a lot of rice balls or area specific. So sometimes if you go like down to Okinawa or up to Hokkaido, they'll have special limited things you can only get there. Same for even Kansai. Kansai is Kyoto and Osaka kind of general area. This is really similar to one that's on the Japanese list, number 14, and that is Tori Gomoku, which is similar enough. It just has a very gentle flavor to it. It tastes like healthy without being like flavorless. It has vegetables, it has the meat. So it's good if you need something kind of like gentle on your stomach and you want more of a flavor than just like rice and fish or something. Every time I eat like Taki Gohan, it reminds me of fall because it's a really popular fall dish, especially with things like chestnuts and yeah, that's what I always think of. Mushrooms, chestnuts, like fall
Chucket.
crops. Sake? Shake, salmon. Yeah. So it's good in fall. If you come here in fall, you might find a restaurant that serves like actual takikomi gohan. All right, the last one. We've made it this far. Our stomachs have made it this far. So this is one of my favorites. Every time I go to a sushi restaurant, I always get one of these to wrap everything up. And that is Inari Sushi, which is vinegared rice in tofu skin, which I think is the worst way they could probably put that. Basically, it's a piece of fried tofu. It's a thin, yummy piece of fried tofu wrapped around rice with some vinegar in it that makes it kind of sweet, but not too vinegary. It's not like overwhelming vinegar taste or something like that. So this one's sweet, and that's why when you're eating it at a sushi restaurant, you'll want to save it as like the dessert sushi, basically. And if you're wondering if Inari Sushi is related to Fushimi Inari Shrine, yes it is. Basically the foxes are said to love the fried tofu that's on it. And casual information drop, I have a tour that goes to Fushimi Inari. I'm just gonna put that out there. All right, so my favorite list is this. My number one favorite is the onigiri version of TKG, which is the Tamago Shyu. That just hits different every time I eat it. My second favorite would be the Ebi Mayo, the shrimp mayonnaise. And my third favorite, can you guess what my third favorite is?
Salmon.
Which one?
Expensive one.
The expensive salmon one, you are right. So my mom and I enjoy that one together in unity, and you should try it as well. Let me know in the comments what your favorite onigiri is, if you have any that you want to try while you're here. And if you have any very important onigiri questions, because I'd be glad to help. All right, I'm gonna go run into this water because I am really hot. See you guys in the next video. You walk like you've never touched nature before. It's really warm. I feel like I'm in a soup right now. All right, guys, see you in the next video.